So, Za Zen. I think if I were asked by someone what's the most important teaching that Zen has to offer, I would have to say it's Za Zen. It's fundamental to Zen Buddhism. In fact, the word Zen is derived from the Chinese word Chan, which comes from the Sanskrit word jhana, and that means meditation. So Chan means meditation, Zen means meditation. The first thing to pay attention to in Zazen is the position of the body, because the body communicates. It not only communicates outwardly, but it also communicates to you, body language. And you may not realize it right off, but how you posture your body creates a state of consciousness. And so a lot of attention is given to the posture in Zazen for several reasons. Sitting on the floor is the most stable. That's the most important aspect of sitting on the floor, that it's stable. And when the body creates a kind of tripod effect with the two knees touching and the butt touching, it creates a kind of pyramid form. That pyramid form is the most stable of all of the sitting postures. We use a zafu, small pillow, to raise the bottom slightly, 2 or 3 inches off the ground. That shifts the weight slightly forward so that the knees can touch. And the back needs to be straight. And you get the back straight by imagining your head pushing upward on the ceiling. And if you stretch your body that way, and then let those muscles go soft, your body will settle into a very comfortable position with the spine straight. And if you were to examine yourself at that point, you'd find that in the lumbar region of the back, there's a slight curve, so that the stomach is pushed slightly forward, and there's a curve in the lower part of the back. That makes the diaphragm free to begin to function. And the breathing takes place in the deep part of the lungs, so the diaphragm is rising and falling with each breath. So that's the posture. The second thing is to place your hands in a cosmic mudra. The cosmic mudra is formed by your active hand, in my case it's my right hand, holding the inactive hand and the thumbs lightly touching. And that rests on your thighs so that the two thumbs touching creates kind of an oval. Mudra has a tendency to turn you inward. Zazen is the backward step. It's a way of turning inward, of studying the self. So the back is straight, the chin is tucked in. It's almost like sitting at attention, where you tuck in the chin. Otherwise, the head kind of droops over. Your mouth is closed. The tongue is pressed lightly on the upper palate, and that will keep you from salivating so much. People that have the problem of gulping every once in a while will find that that won't happen if you keep your tongue pressed on the upper palate. You breathe through the nose. Eyes are lowered so that half of your eyelid or more is covered, half of your eyeball is covered with eyelid, and you're looking at the ground 2 or 3 feet in front of you. You'll find after a while that you will stop seeing what you're looking at. You'll stop processing that information. Your eyes will be open, you'll be seeing, but you won't be processing it. unless something unusual happens. You know, you don't go into a trance in Za Zen. There's always the awareness there, but it's not engaged because there's nothing to engage it. We're creating an atmosphere where there's nothing to stimulate or initiate the thought process except what you bring to it. So eyes are lowered, mouth is closed, you're breathing through the nose. And the next thing to do is to put your attention in the hara. And the hara is a point 2 or 3 fingers below the navel. That's the physical center of the body, and it's also the spiritual center of the body. You put your mind there, you put your attention there, which is essentially putting your mind there. And as you breathe, you imagine the breath coming down to the hara and returning to the hara. And of course it's not going to the hara. The hara is the viscera. 2 or 3 fingers below the navel is not where the breath's going. It's filling the lungs. But you just imagine that to help you with the breathing. And as you breathe, pay attention to the breath. Don't make the breath an abstraction, but make contact with it. Be aware of the tactile sensation of breathing. Feel the coolness of an inhalation on the back of your throat, and then follow that all the way down into the hara. And then feel the warmth of an exhalation. And if you stay in touch with that tactile sensation of breathing, you'll have less of a tendency to get involved in thoughts. Okay? But the bulk of whatever you do in Zen, you will do it yourself. It's about the wisdom that has no teacher, the wisdom that you were born with, that's inherent. It's a process of discovery, and Za Zen is the medium through which that discovery is going to happen. It could be the most important thing you'll ever do in your life. The direct experience of yourself beyond the conditioning. It's the beginning of a process, the process of becoming truly human, of discovering your human nature, your Buddha nature. And that's no small thing to be able to do. May your life go well.